Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Fingers dance on keys, my thoughts get a facelift. PowerBook Force, every line a shapeshift. Plugged in deep, veins wired to the matrix. Wordplay electric, shocks in the basics. Hard drive grind, hit a...
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spot Real Talk. My name is Tiara.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ron.
And we are back today to discuss Force. This is the third and final season of Force. We are going to be talking about the third episode, and it was titled, There's Always a Price to Pay. But before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, and click that notification bell so you get alerted every time we post. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we had a lot of great content last week with the Force cast, as well as the showrunner. So if you have not checked out those interviews already, Tiff holding it down for us, getting those interviews out, and she had a lot of insight that was gathered. So if you haven't checked those out, check them out now. So without further ado, we will go ahead and jump into our Force conversation. And there was a lot going on last week with the battle between Tommy and Ortega and his crew. We know that a lot of the members within Tommy's organization were a little concerned because he hit up one of Ortega's men, and he was getting retaliated against by the end of the episode, and Chapo ended up dead. So now this episode we see that Chapo got chopped. He was chopped up in pieces, or at least in half.
Yes, they did, and left them on Diamond's doorstep of the barbershop.
That was a bloody mess.
Sure was.
Gruesome, real gruesome. Yeah, so Tommy got wind of this or whatever, and he was, saying that, I'll promise my support to DSD, let's make sure we show them that we'll hold them down, that we arrive for them or whatever. We know that Chapo is their leader, so he's trying to keep everybody in the organization. Problem is, Diamond is real worried because Tommy is making all of these big promises. And he's like, how are we following through on all this stuff? I get the concern, honestly, because this coalition is literally held together by a thread.
It is. It's fractured.
And with all that violence going on, I can see why a lot of the members are kind of spooked.
Yeah. And
I think that... No, I was going to say, I think there was one guy that even from the United Kings, he was saying that they were going to walk away altogether.
Yeah, because he said we don't just have to worry about our folks on the street. We have people home in Mexico we have to worry about.
And Tommy should realize that. I mean, he seems to he's very myopic in what he wants to do. When he decides he wants to do something, he doesn't think about anything else. His plan is just exactly the way he wants it done. And the guy from the United Kings is correct. I mean, El Chapo can touch his family, anybody, they're not just concerned about themselves, they're concerned with their family too. And that's not on Tommy's schedule. He doesn't know anything about that.
Yeah. And so, like, with them losing members, now they're scrambling to try to get people back on their side. And so Tommy has the bright idea, like, okay, well, Merkovich was taken out. So the Serbs, they don't have product, so they'll be easy to kind of pull them in on our side right now. Which, Diamond's kind of looking at him crazy because he's like, "What? We don't rock with each other." So
yeah,
he was. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah. Well, shoot, Tommy had history with the Serbs back in New York, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they kind of cut a one-time deal is what they called it. Because you know how they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
My friend,
They both have a common hate for Ortega, and they both want to take him out. So they will team up this one time to get the job done. And so I don't know how good of an idea it was for Tommy to go over to Ortega's uncle.
Yeah,
and toss the man out the window.
I don't get I don't get it. I mean, I know you want to send a message and all that, but exactly what message are you trying to send? I mean, you already have a weakening organization, and now you're just forcing the hand of a war. And to me, that's all there is left. There's going to be a war.
It's going to be a war.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely going to be a war.
Yeah, and meanwhile, on the flip side of things, Ortega is making his own plans with Miguel. You know, Miguel, he, the hitman that he had hired to take out Tommy had actually been stopped from taking Tommy out because Ortega wants to kill Tommy himself. He said, "That's my kill." And so basically, Miguel has made promises to deliver Tommy to Ortega. And I'm like, man, if this ain't some mess, I don't know what it is. The streets are hot. And I would think that with Stacy breathing down Ortega's neck, trying to get her political win, that they would really be on ice right now. But
well,
streets is on fire.
No, they don't have to worry because Ortega got an inside man, as we found out with Stacy.
And what an inside man.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Dang.
Yeah. Now that's crazy. Stacy got it right. So this guy that's been in her office has been feeding information to Ortega's lawyer about all of Stacy's weaknesses, you know, all that she's trying to do within that office. And I guess that does fare well in Ortega's favor. You know, despite him being behind bars or whatnot, he is able to stay ahead of her a few steps by knowing that information. I'm just wondering with this guy, how Stacy hasn't picked up on it yet.
Well,
because she seems sharp.
She is, but I think so far he's kind of hidden himself, except that, you know, every move is just another way of Stacy finding out what you're doing. But Stacy got bigger fish to fry because she did not say to her PR person that she was getting that, you know, that they were, you know, she was about to have
the divorce
with Bobby. Big mistake because
that was the DNC person.
Yeah, we knew that was going to be a problem.
Yeah, because I mean, had she come up, you know, just stepped up and said, "Hey, look, I might have an issue. Can we get around this?" And the DNC PR person could probably say, "Well, yeah, we can work around this. We can figure something out, or at least put it out there, and let's get ahead of it, as opposed to it."
That's what she was mad about.
Yeah, and you know, because I mean, she got blindsided by the reporters. So, and they say that her chances went down. I'm not sure if he said 40% or something to that.
They said she went to the middle of the stack because she started out as a front runner.
Yeah.
Now they said she like in fifth place.
Fourth place, you know. So wow. So she got bigger fish to fry, and not to mention all of this with the Ortegas and Tommy and all this other stuff. It's such a mess. I don't know how is she gonna hang her hat on any one of those.
Well, yeah, she got the oh, sorry, go ahead, Tim.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say she got the one guy in her office who's feeding information to Ortega, but then you got to worry about the girl Ray who's over here feeding information to Vic, which Vic plans to use that information against Stacy.
She pillow talking,
So Stacy got it.
So Stacy got.
She 6 in one hand. I mean to tell you, she got it going both ways. It's just it's going to be interesting what happens to Stacy.
And listen, that saying in her office has his own ambitions too, because he's not just feeding information to Ortega. He it sounded like he want her job because he said he messed up. He made that error on purpose and stuff. He's sabotaging her too. So he's trying to not only, you know, working for Ortega, but he messing up. He sullying her reputation, and he trying to take her spot.
And that so-called clerical error, that he made, and then he came back. Well, you signed it. See right there. And said, okay, I see what side you're on.
That's why I think, you know, that warrant that you're talking about right now, the one with the error that could possibly get Ortega out of jail.
Yes,
I think that's going to be what maybe tips Stacy's antennas off. Like, like in hindsight, she might look back on that and think like, okay, something was foul about that. Yeah, so I'm wondering. I know Stacy got it coming from every angle. Another person that had it coming from every angle, Claudia. I mean,
well,
Ortega found out she was working with Tommy. and he pulled his protection on her. But we know Claudia to be resourceful. That's one thing she is.
Yeah, but you gotta.
She's on about number 8 out of her 9 lives.
Look, I'm saying because you got to help me with how she flipped the script on girlfriend. Because girl was about to take her out in the laundromat, and she flipped her, you know, whatever you call them,
her crew.
her
She
crew.
paid them. She paid them.
Money talks.
Money talks. She paid them because once she realized that she didn't have that protection anymore, because she was talking trash when she had that protection. Come for me.
Yep.
I was like, oh shoot! I said you a punk for real. I said because she was scared as I don't know what when Ortega said when they said they was pulling her stuff. But now once she paid them off, I was like, Claudia.
Yeah, but now you're going to be paying them for a lifetime or as long as you're in there, because that's not going to stop. You know, you pay me once, you're going to pay me again.
She ain't gonna be long for this world, though.
I don't think so.
I know, but
once
I will say, she handled herself well. She made some moves in the way she was sweet talking her little girlfriend, talking about how she was gonna make things back to the way they were before she got locked up. She's gonna find a way. I'm like, Claudia sound just like a dude.
Yeah.
She shanked the girl and then left the handmade
shank.
Huh?
I said the shank.
Yeah,
the shank
left it on the floor. So they're gonna test it for fingerprints.
You think they care in there? I mean,
they care enough to say, "Oh, you gonna do more time when they find out."
Listen, they paid that cop, that prison guard or whatever, gave her the phone and stuff to speak to him. So they running the jails. I don't think they really care because if anything, that shouldn't even have happened.
No, but the person that's after Claudia don't give a rat's about who got shanked. All he wants is her. He just wants Claudia dead. So
but I know Claudia came up with the money right now to hire some protection, but that's only gonna last for so long. She's gonna have to keep the money flowing in order to keep the protection. And with so many threats coming her way, especially with Ortega as an enemy, she's gonna need a more powerful alliance. And I think that's why she's gonna shore up her bond with Stacy, because she needs Stacy at this point, and Stacy needs her at this point.
Yeah.
So I think that they're going to tag team and work together. Vic also mentioned he told Tommy, you should be one of Stacy's biggest donors. I was like, do y'all think Tommy would go ahead and donate
yes. Yes. I think he would.
Would he do that basically? But that would put him.
Well, remember what Tommy said earlier. But remember what Tommy said earlier. He said, "I could use a mayor in my pocket." That's what he said. So
but I'm saying well, I guess I shouldn't say would Tommy do it. Would Stacy do it is the real question.
It's not saying she would, not if she doesn't know who it's coming from.
Right.
Because Vic has positioned himself as a tech bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so he might have like this company that's contributing to her campaign, and she may think it's a company, and the company is Tommy.
Right. So now she's beholden to the same guy she's trying to get.
That's dirty. That sullies her up. That
her 6 is wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open.
I can't lie. I like the thought though.
Yeah.
That was a smooth move.
Yes.
I mean, it was timely. But it's just like I said, your back is wide open, so you don't know where it's coming from now. You don't know who's in the game. You don't know she knows nothing really. She right now she thinks she's on top because she was able to, pay off the young lady's crew. But I mean, when Ortega wants you dead, he wants you dead. So I don't know how much. I don't know how much she can do.
Well, I tell you what doesn't help. Oh, go ahead, Tiff.
No, know, I was going to say, well,
No, go
her
ahead.
little girlfriend got booted from Claudia's place. Vic put her out of there because he need that spot so he can keep romancing old girl,
Go
and he
girl.
can play and he
Mhm.
can play the part
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
bro. And he put Elise right on her tail.
Yeah.
Which is exactly where she belonged anyway.
Yeah.
She couldn't even get her shoes on. He just kicked her
Mhm.
out. Whatever she had on, that's what you left with.
Look, that girl ain't gonna be around for too much longer. I think she's sick of Vic and what's
Claudia.
the name?
Claudia.
Claudia.
Claudia,
She's tired of both of them.
I
She
mean,
ain't built for this.
no, she's not. But I think her loyalty or her love, I don't know
It's
which
both.
it's both, and she's quite blind to the situation because if she can't see what's coming up, I don't understand what her.
I already say
That
Yeah, I mean, your eyes are obviously closed because if you can't smell what's coming around the corner, girl,
she whipped too.
yeah,
She
mm-hmm.
went too.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
she's like, because I'm just like Claudia, like she in a bang, and
Mm.
then she got all types of threats, and she wants you to work with Tommy, and
I mean, but
she wants you to work with all these killers.
not just threats. You got one of the biggest threats. Claudia's got one of the biggest threats you could have. So they don't
Mm-hmm.
mind taking you out just to get to her. It's
Right.
Yep.
a slow death.
Mm-hmm.
Take
So
away
that's why
everything
I'm
you got.
if Elisa's smart, she'll run and never come back.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even leave I love you letter. Just pack and go. Just pack and go.
Yeah.
Disappear.
Well, let's talk about this whole situation with D-Mac. So Diamond gets a text from Kilo early in the episode telling him that D-Mac needs to go, like immediately. So that causes Diamond to go ahead and tell Jannard. They have a conversation like, we need to do this now. And, they come up with this scheme. Basically, Diamond tells Jannard, all right, well, let's send D-Mac on basically this dummy mission. We're going to send him into the 9-7 territory. And this 9-7 crew is apparently notorious in the area as the crew that you don't mess with because they so crazy or whatever.
And they have
and so
on their payroll.
right. And so that's kind of what is making them untouchable. The fact that they have the cops on their payroll. And they approached D-Mac with this plan. He's all in because for him, we know he's been pressed to get back in CBI. So they're like, you do this and you in. And they thinking that it surely is going to be his demise. They ain't going to have to worry about it. D-Mac had another thing coming for him, though.
He strategized, didn't he? See, that's what I was saying to y'all. I was just like, yes, he is reckless, but he is also Tommy's bloodline. And then, like I said, look, I ain't betting against no YNs in Chicago, Philly, DC. I ain't betting against him.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Jannard has something to do with that. He was supposed to warn them well in advance. If you remember, they were right up on the crew when Jannard made that phone call and said, watch your back. They didn't have time to watch their back. Jannard was supposed to make that call and
The call wasn't supposed to be to protect D-Max. It was to alert.
No. That's what I'm saying. They were supposed to, Jannard was supposed to make that call to 90, what's it, 97? 97? And let them know early enough to protect their back. See, they didn't know what hit him until it hit him. And then Jannard makes that quick phone call, but by the time he made the phone call, they were already on top of him. So
the thing that happened is that D-Mac changed the plan because Jannard told him to go and do something else. And D-Mac was like, nah, I already know this and that. And my mans and them, they gave me the drop. I got the license plates numbers. I know where they... So
exactly.
D-Mac actually switched the plan and went
That's
early.
what happened.
Smart for D-Mac. That's smart for D-Mac. But if Jannard had warned them enough ahead of time, they could have
that call was ahead of time because
it was ahead of
wasn't
time.
Supposed to be
they
there.
were supposed to be at the armor set. They were supposed to be at another spot. D-Mac and them got the drop on him, so it wouldn't have made a difference. Anyway, because he had an inside man that told them where to go, this, that, and the other. So he hit the spot before they was actually going to the
I guess
spot.
what I'm saying is, if it were me and I knew ahead of time, I would have had several crew on each spot, so it didn't matter what spot you hit. I would have been covered. And to the fact that they didn't know, so they were doing their routine. And that's what DMAC discovered. They had a routine. Smart for DMAC. I mean, I give him credit, because he outsmarted Janard and Diamond. And so I
Criminal
give him credit.
minded.
What'd you say?
Criminal minded.
I
As
mean,
like Boogie Down Productions.
you got to give it to him, and he outsmarted everybody.
Everybody. That's what I was saying to y'all when I was like, and D-Mac, and we were like, he gonna get killed the first episode, and I was like, nah. I said, I already saw. Yeah, he reckless, he young and stuff, but I was just like, I mean, even in real life, these young dudes be savage. I told y'all.
And he is savage because he don't care who he hit.
He don't care. You see when Nutter died or whatever his name is, he was like, look, this is what come with the game. That was my dude.
Right.
And I was like, listen to him.
And I ride with him too, but hey, let's
mm-hmm.
pour some out for him and keep it moving.
Too. Marshall was like, listen. I said, dang.
Marshall was smart in the beginning though, but I don't know. I was surprised that he rode with him though. From the beginning, I figured he might step off that because he knew.
Because that was his boy though. That's what he said. He said he's like, it's like a suicide mission, but he was like, you're my boy, I'm a ride. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
He'd been riding alone.
Look,
basically.
Look, I'll hold it down here until you get back, okay?
Right.
And
I ain't riding no
meanwhile, Meanwhile, Diamond and Janard have gotten word that 2 bodies were found at the scene. So they wonder who these 2 bodies are. They thinking it's D-Mac. And what do you know? In walks D-Mac, alive and well, to their surprise. Which I know they had to be dumbfounded, mouth on the floor.
Their mouths were open.
You see Janard's coughing off that cigar?
That was hilarious.
Yeah. If D-Mac were older, I think he would have smelled a rat. But, because like he said, dang, this all the love I get after doing what, pulling off this.
Right.
And then they're going, oh, yeah, well, you did a good job. Bull. No, something ain't right here. Smell the room, man. Something ain't right.
Don't ever underestimate a YN who wants back in.
Wants back in? Yeah, at all costs too. I mean, he was really like thirsty to get back in. And that's why when we were saying, Ron, in the previous episode was talking about what JP could do. I'm like, no, JP can't reach him right now. Anytime he ain't gonna listen to nothing that JP says.
Well,
I tell you who is gonna reach him.
I get ready to say.
The look on Tommy's face.
I mean, what did Tommy tell him an episode or 2 ago? And now Tommy heard it from his own ears.
And the look on his face.
And the look on his face.
Woo! Even Diamond and them looked shook when they saw Tommy.
Yeah, everybody was shook.
Everybody looked. Even D-Mac, they don't look like.
I think they're gonna have to tell Tommy the truth.
They're gonna have to. They have to now.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think they have a choice.
And then deal with what's his name, Kilo. And then find some way to deal with Kilo inside. Go. Yeah, you got to deal with him inside. Because because it's not going to stop.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think Kilo is going to get taken out in jail. He's going to no longer be an issue because they got way bigger threats on the outside than Kilo.
Yeah, Kilo's
so
small.
I'm like, they got Ortega coming for their necks. They got Miguel coming for their neck. But Stacy is like coming from every, and then their own crew members are parting ways with them. Like, we ain't got time to be worried about Kilo and his request.
But that's why they're trying to keep Kilo, because Kilo's crew is in the coalition and they need bodies. So they're trying to keep it from fracturing even further.
I get that, but they gonna have to come up with a more creative plan to make that work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I tell Kilo to kick rocks. Forget that. You know.
I mean, I rather than kick rocks, be under some rocks because,
Exactly.
you know, I don't know what else you can do with him. I mean, you know, he's got to go, and if he goes,
he does have to go.
And if they do it right inside,
what would Ghost do?
well, yeah, well, see, that's my boy. See,
Ghost got Tommy to kill his own dad, so you know, Ghost with a snake.
Oh, Ghost would have somebody for Kilo.
Yeah,
and the rest of the crew wouldn't even know that Ghost had anything to do with it.
Listen, Ghost got 2-Bit and Spanky to get Dre up out of there in the jail.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is, Tariq, where are you? We need you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like that's a mess. They're gonna have to figure out a way to work out their internal issues amongst each other because, like I said, they got too many outside threats, and now they're involved in like all of these other people that could end up being collateral damage. Like, you know, Tommy in this Maria situation. You know, we seen her kind of stuck in between two worlds with Tommy and her brother, and so she's, you know, trying to make them make peace, but it's not gonna happen. She's trying to keep it to the point where she can be in both worlds and it just don't mix.
Well, I gotta give Tommy credit though, because this time he brought girlfriend a gun and told her to keep her butt at home. So he's not flaunting her outside anymore.
But did she listen?
Of course not. You know, because y'all will do what y'all got to do. You know, yeah.
Well, she saw her.
She's thinking it's her brother.
Didn't he pop up though? She was visiting with her friend, and didn't Miguel pop up on her? She was with a friend, and then Miguel came.
I thought she was at Miguel's crib. Was she at Miguel's
I think
crib?
she went over there, and Miguel. I don't know if she wasn't there to see Miguel, but he ended up coming in. Yeah, so that's gonna be a whole hot mess. And then we seen Diamond kind of rekindling things with Leon's mama, which I'm like, he said it was a bad idea, but he went against his better judgment.
No, he told her no.
No, he told her no.
He told her we can't do this.
And you know what? I was like, dang, Diamond.
I listen. My son said that too. He was like, he treated like that, and I said because he don't want her to get hurt. That's why he told her.
I got it.
Yeah,
that's a fine sister that you just let walk out the door.
She is cute. It's that, but
she's straight up cute.
But I listen, and you see, he was struggling. You see,
he was
struggling. He cared for that girl too. He just said, "I'm the dude that you said I was." I think he's scared. He was like, "Listen, she already lost Leon. He's scared that she gonna get caught in the crossfire because he already see they on the path to war."
No, I mean, he was smart to do what he did. I think I would have found another way to do it, but he was smart to do what he did. I ain't closing no doors. I mean, look, I leave the screen door locked, okay, but the door will be open. But the screen door will be locked.
You said this world is too dangerous to try to be have a relationship and be a family man. And all that.
Look, I didn't say to be a family man.
You just said to be okay, right? He just talk about tipping.
That's all I'm saying.
He just said, listen,
tip and slip. Don't
that'll still get you that too, though.
Yeah, maybe, but look, right now, tip and slip. I mean,
tip and slip. Listen. This is episode 3. I think he gonna be over there. He gonna be over there. Said no, right? He said no, right now. But I think before the season over, he gonna be back over there.
I give episode 4. He gonna be over there.
Yep. Yeah. And then y'all heard D-Mac talking about, this is gonna Genesis, she gonna be feeling me after this and all that. And I'm like, he gonna get that little girl killed.
Yeah. And Genesis already told him that she not interested in all that.
Well,
but she's feeling him. She just not feeling him.
Well, I mean, when she saw him pull up, with the new ride, and I think she can be bought because that's basically what she looks like to me.
I mean,
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about that because the first thing she said was, even though he came on the bike and all that stuff, she was like, "Ain't had no phones where you were." So she checked him like you ain't.
She might have checked him, but you got on the bike.
Check in.
You got on the bike and you rode off with him. So I'm
Yeah, the
saying,
gift of gab. You know, he had
mhm.
the gift of
But
gab.
she also know what he into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she knows. He's got the gift and the gift for gab.
So that's
So when you got all that going on, so
yeah. Well, basically, what I'm thinking with all the men in this show is they don't need to be involved in nobody because they all are in deep heat. And it's like it's too much attention on y'all, too many bodies dropping for y'all to be having, all these women that could end up as collateral damage. I'm
and
just like, somebody's going to get hit.
and Tommy is so hooked.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm scared for Maria.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
scared for Tommy. I mean, you fall
Because
more in
let
love.
something happen to Maria. Oh,
He
Tommy's
Miguel
gonna
is
done.
go
go scorched
off.
earth.
He's done.
Yeah, he gonna go off.
He would be
The first,
scorched earth.
he lost Holly, he lost Keisha, and if he lose Maria, whoo, that's gonna be the final straw.
Mm.
If there was ever a time for third time, that's 3 strikes against him.
Mhm.
He just don't need to date no more. Tommy, that should be your cue to just leave it alone.
Mm.
Like
Get him.
what Ron say, slip and dip. That's
No,
all you got to do for now.
yeah,
For the
dip,
rest of your life,
Slip
you
and
slipping
slip.
and dip.
slip and dip. Because I mean, just get a puppy. I mean, that's what you could do.
Right.
Mm. Mm.
But this was a really good episode in terms of setting us up for what's to come. I think that they're doing this slow build up for all of the drama that's going to unfold later this season, and we're kind of seeing the directions that things are going in. I'm thinking that for next week, it's going to be all hell breaking loose in CBI once Tommy checks them for allowing D-Mac back in.
Mm.
That
Yes.
he's going to be hot.
Yes,
That-
it's gonna be a come to Jesus for sure.
And if they have to come clean and tell the truth about their plan to kill D-Mac, they ain't got to worry about getting a coalition together. That coalition will fall right on apart.
Listen, I don't think they're gonna ever tell him that. I think if they come clean, they gonna tell him about the kilo part and stuff. I don't think Diamond will ever tell Tommy that.
If he know what's good for him, he
But
He
won't.
better not.
but you know what though? If I agree with you that they were telling about the kilo part, but D-Mac is not as simple minded as I thought he was.
Mm-mm.
And he may start putting things together while they're talking about that. And say, so what was this? What was this hit all about for real, Janard?
Yeah.
You sent me on a
A
very
suicide mission.
suicide mission. So what was this all about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so D-Mac might uncover what really went down.
Mm-hmm.
And if he tells Tommy, I don't know what Tommy can do. What can he do? What will he do?
Go scorched earth.
Go crazy.
Yeah, go scorched earth.
I don't know.
It's looking crazy for the next couple of episodes. I'm thinking it's going to be a hot
I
mess.
think so. Because first of all, Tommy is real protective of his family, his friends. Like if he rock with you, he rock with you, and he going to war with you and for you. So to know that somebody out there got a target on his nephew's back, he ain't gonna let that ride.
No, I
and
would
the
imagine
fact that Diamond was willing to go with the plan.
see, that right there is what's gonna really kick things off. Because if he discovers or determines that Diamond had anything to do with this, hell with Janard. I mean, he already doesn't like Janard, but
but
that's
Diamond,
gonna switch. Yeah, that's
why.
But
that's
see, they've
why
been
Diamond
building up the tension. They've been building.
Right, they have, and that's the thing. And that right there, that's the match that lights the dynamite. So, I don't know.
That's why Diamond, it has been on my hands list for all 3 episodes, because I was just like, you don't do that. You don't scheme to put your partner's nephew down. And I understand, the dilemma and with the kilo and not wanting to fracture the coalition and stuff. But you gonna take out your partner's nephew? I don't.
That's like Tommy trying to plot to take Janard out or something.
Right.
behind Diamond's back.
Right.
I hear you all, and I agree with you all. But I mean, when you're between a rock and a hard place, really
Then you
doesn't matter
tell him.
where.
Then you tell him.
Yeah.
You tell the partner, like, bro, such and such and such. This, because of what he did, he's threatening. And then they put their heads together and they come together. Look,
Yeah.
listen. When Lobos, remember Lobos, wanted Tommy to
So,
kill
yeah,
Ghost,
right.
and at the end they had to come together to get
Mhm.
Lobos up out of there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree. I
Yeah.
guess that would have been the simplest thing to do because right now you're mm,
Yeah,
simple.
you playing with fire. Like, you think Tommy already crazy? you
But that's the
touching
other
his
thing
But see,
too.
family.
that's what kind of bothers me. That's what kind of bothers me about CBIs, because they have all of these aspirations of want to be on the top and this and that, but they still kind of cower in the face of threats, and that's something that I kind of see, like, especially when they're talking about this 9-7 crew. Oh, they got police protection, blah, blah. Like, that ain't never stopped Tommy and Ghost before. And
Well,
then talking about, like, not even Kilo, but I'm talking about just like how they face threats of a bigger magnitude. And it seems like they don't always come in courageously. It's like they need a pep talk or something.
well,
And
Diamond,
Tommy is always the one to kind of be like, "Nah, we gonna do it." Like Tommy riling everybody up to go and do it,
but
and coming up with like alternate plans, because he's been under Ghost Wing for so long. He knows how to maneuver. He's had these large magnitude threats before. So
but
that's why I'm like, it's just interesting to me that CBI wants to be so high and mighty, but then you got like, even you cower into some of the local crews.
but
I don't.
Diamond plays the
Yeah.
long game, and and I think that's what keeps him more subdued when it comes to as opposed to Tommy. Tommy don't like no long games. Tommy is like, look, if you got to go, you got to go
He
now.
like, get down or lay down.
Yeah, right. Either get up or
But
lay
isn't
down.
that the nature of the game? That's the nature of the
That
business. Like,
is. It
sometimes you can
is.
do that slow burn stuff where you delayed gratitude, but most of the times somebody is coming for your neck and you don't have that time on your side.
No, but
So
I don't think CBI is strong enough to be making any real quick moves in the first place. So
that's my point.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's her
that's I
point.
think and that's what keeps him from moving quickly,
Hmm.
because they're just too weak. Yeah, they have aspirations in being number one in Chicago, but that
Hmm.
takes a lot of blood loss and guts. And if you're not ready to do some bloodletting, uh, chances you getting there slim and none.
Listen, Tommy is bold. Like, for even that plan for him to go to the Serbs, and he's
Yeah,
like, I'm not strapped. I'm
right.
just coming with product. And I'm just like,
They could have taken the product
he
and
would
put a
have been
bullet
lit
in his head.
up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? You about how many minutes, seconds from getting 100 pieces of lead in your body?
Hmm.
Yeah, they could have.
Mm-hmm.
They could have taken the product and lit him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but Tommy came with a plan and
Yeah.
he knew how to come at them so that it was beneficial for them both. Which I'm just like, I just think that Diamond and Jannard could learn versus, like, I understand they got a lot of threats right now, and Tommy does a lot of rational stuff, but understanding some of his playbook, I think would be beneficial for them. And I do think that Diamond is picking up certain tips here and there, where they talked about destroying the product a few episodes ago so that Miguel had to, basically bow out and they could take over most of the territories. Like, I think Diamond is picking up on some of these moves that Tommy has in his sleeve, and he will be able to apply them at some point. But I'm just like, I think right now their alliance with Tommy is more beneficial than not.
Oh,
So
definitely. Because
severing that bond with trying to take out his nephew, it's just like, I don't
look,
see why they think that's okay.
look,
That's not the move.
no, but there's only one Tommy, and no matter what you take from Tommy, you got to remember there's only one Tommy. Uh, what
Mm-hmm.
Tommy can pull off, somebody else may not be able to.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows that Tommy had lost his mind crazy.
Mhm.
And if you can't play it like that, your chances of getting out of some of the things that Tommy gets himself out of are slim and none.
Tommy's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
if it's one thing that Tommy got, it's the audacity.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He will bloodlet anything. He doesn't care.
Listen,
And it's a love hate thing with him too, because he gets himself into some crazy stuff, but you love it too because he
Uh-huh.
always finds his way out.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a special man right there.
So you kind of mentioned who can get the hands. So let's talk more about that. You said Diamond's been
Yep,
on
Diamond has been on
3
my
weeks
hands
and
list.
running.
Yes, 3 weeks running. He might as well pull up a seat.
Yeah, Jannar could get the hand for trying to set up D-Mac. Yeah, he get the
Yeah, him
hand for
too.
that.
Him too.
Um,
Yeah, that did not work out for them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give I think all of the guys on the show that are trying to have relationships the hands, because it's like they are in such serious danger, and I'm like, why are y'all in here trying to have boo love and have these women on the side, and you know what kind of threats you got coming your way, which is kind of why I think that Diamond kind of redeems himself in my eyes, because he did turn down Leon's mom. So
Smart
I'm
for
not
that.
letting that fly over.
No, I agree. I do think he was smart for that, and I can see that he was struggling because I know he really cared about that woman.
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
he knows I think he's trying to protect her as well.
I'm giving her the hands
Yeah.
for messing with Dion. Look, early on you were messing with Dion. You lost your son, really because of it, and here you are trying to get back into that same old scenario.
Well, in her view, she thinks that Diamond is her savior, kind of, because she was talking about the ex-boyfriend Jamal or whatever. He hadn't been seen in a while, and she was like, "Oh, okay, well, I don't know if you had anything to do with it, but I appreciate you and whatnot." So, like, I think that she has a hint that he had something to do with it.
Uh-huh.
And I think that that's what is kind of like endearing her to him, because he has always been somebody to stand up for her and kind of defend her against the threats of her ex or whatever, and how much love that he did show for Leon while he was alive.
Yeah, he did. He was. I
So I
like
think
their
that's
whole
what's
relationship.
kind of
Yeah, but you know your source.
mm-hmm.
Know the source.
Uh-huh.
Know the
Uh-huh.
source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
All
some
right.
we like the bad boys. We like the bad boys, and that's
Y'all
that's
like the
what
bad
comes with.
boys until
That's
they
what
get
comes.
worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You say you want bad, but not
All
worse.
right. Anybody else? Anybody else y'all want to put on the hands list? Are we giving Stacy the hands?
Yeah, what did I say last week when we were talking about her? When we were talking about the Bobby situation, I said, now if we see her on the campaign trail, we know what choice she made. And
Mm-hmm.
clearly she
Mm-hmm.
made the choice for the campaign
Yeah.
over the marriage.
Yep, she sure did. So I'm also gonna give the guy in her office, the mole, he gets the hands.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does get the hands. I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, trifling.
Yeah, you get that.
Can't trust nobody. Sheesh. At least the chick is the only one seeming like she's loyal. The one that was that called it like it was Stacy, and just was like, well, you took your eye out the balls being so focused on Egan. I was like, see, that's what you need. You need somebody on the team that's gonna be a straight shooter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? I don't think I can think of anybody else that we haven't already talked about for getting the
What about
hands.
D-Mac? Are we giving him the hands, or is he getting the game ball for
Yeah,
pulling off that caper?
Yeah, I'm giving him the game
I'm
ball.
giving him the game ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he strategized. And you
He
know
did.
what? We said whatever about D-Mac. We forgot that in the first season, we found out that he like a gifted mathematician and all this stuff.
Right.
Like he real good with that. So he strategizes and stuff. So he's real smart.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, he
mean,
did his thing this week. I can't even hold it.
yeah. He did.
Yeah. So, but we'll see. We'll see if he gets a game ball next week.
Uh-huh.
Because he may get something entirely different. Because Tommy may literally pick him up and take him out of town somewhere. It's going to be interesting next week how they handle this. I can't wait. Because
You know what I thought about? I was watching this episode. I was like, just looking at D-Mac work, I was like, who you think would win in a head-to-head battle, D-Mac or Tariq?
Oh,
Because I'm like, they both are very, very intelligent, and they both know how to strategize to a certain point.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, D-Mac seemed like he just a little more like gutter. Like
savage. He more savage than Tariq. He more
may
savage.
be more savage, but Tariq got some brains. I mean, not
so
to say
does D-Mac.
No, I didn't say not to say that D-Mac doesn't, but I don't think brain when you're matching brain power, I don't know if I can match D-Mac's brain power with Tariq. I think Tariq has an edge on that. So I think it depends on what kind of war it is. If it's a physical war, I'm gonna give it to D-Mac.
Right.
If it's a mental war, I think Tariq would have an edge on that.
He might. Well, he might. But D-Mac's been in the trenches, so
when you can kill your father, when you can kill your father, you can kill anybody.
Oh, and that's true. That's true. Yeah. I mean, anybody said that Tariq wasn't. Tariq is a serial killer at this point too.
He is. Sure is. So I'm just like, both of them are just like kind of cutthroat. So I was like, they are formidable opponents. Right. But I was like, and then the second thought that came to my mind was, imagine them teaming up together. I was like, oh my gosh.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. And it might have to, because if Tommy if this coalition falls apart and he has to go against Diamond and Jannard, he gonna need family.
Reinforcement.
Yeah.
I get out of Chicago. It's just, I don't know if Chicago is worth it that though. I mean, it's too convoluted. It
is a lot going on.
It's too much going on.
Yeah.
Go back to New York and square New York.
Well, he can't go back to New York because they, the situation they think he can't go back to New York. He probably gonna have to skip on to LA.
Well, there's definitely some money out there.
But he got to worry about that too. You can't. LA got gangs, and that's the other thing. He can't just. I mean, Chicago got gangs too, but LA, you can't just pull up in LA and just be like, I'm taking over and stuff like that.
LA is closer to Mexico too.
Yes, indeed.
Look, they're about that life too in LA.
Cartel be right there up on you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting to see where they go, after Force is done. If this is truly the end of the road for these characters, or whether they will be involved in any way in some of the other. I think they have another spinoff show, but I think that's still a prequel though, right?
Yeah, it's the Ghost and Tommy. It's Origins.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see them.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like,
I hear it's filming now.
You said what?
Okay.
I hear that it's filming now. The Origins.
No. Okay. Well, like I said, this was a good episode. Definitely enjoyed it. Definitely looking forward to next week. I cannot wait to see what happens. To all the viewers out there, thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop down in the comment section and give us your thoughts on this episode, as well as any predictions that you have for next week and future episodes. Be sure to also follow us on all social media platforms at The Spot Real Talk. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and go ahead and invite your friends and family to watch as well. We have a playlist. If you go ahead and check our playlist tab, there's a slew of interviews that we've done recently with some of the Force cast. We recently closed out our Reasonable Doubt recaps, and upcoming we have Bel Air. So we also are taking suggestions for any shows that you guys would like recap. So just let us know down in the comment section about anything you're interested in as well. Tiff, Ron, y'all got anything else?
Absolutely not.
Right.
All right. Well, on that note, we are going to call it a night. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ay, shit for my neck, I'm feeling like a blizzard. Ain't nobody in my spot, cause I got it reserved. All I know is getting money, then I hit the reverse. Really got it in the bag, every day a new purse. Ay, I don't get in my feelings, I just get in my bag. Ay, call that sneaker tag, what you think you bad? Let them think bad, till I pull up, then it's a rap. I am where it's at, you should know I got it in the bag. Bitch, I'm back. My name. I'm back.